All right. So this is a part 3 already. So we already finished the part 1 and part 2. So basically, this is the commentary, means that it explains the sutta called the Pabbajja Sutta in the Mahavaga in Sutta Nipata. Sutta Nipata is one of the sutta that nobody really look at it because it's not familiar like the long length discourse or middle length discourse. But this exists in the, we call it another book. This is another book in the Khuddaka Nikaya, okay, which is a smaller book. Which in the Khuddaka Nikaya we have many versions like Dhammapada and so on. So there are many things there. So it's just one of the sutta. We take it as an example. And these suttas you can find here, and the commentary is actually been explained and been translated by Bhikkhu Bodhi. So what I do is that I take the Pali and I put the English together because in this way it's easier to learn, and then we can pick up very fast the grammar and then the Pali word, instead of just finding the vocabulary one by one is very tiring. So that's how we do, all right? So I take it as, because it helped my study of PhD. So at first, for those who coming today, we have the Mula Pali, which there is a verses with the Pali and then the English translation. This is just the Mula Pali, and it's very interesting, this sutta, because it's explain how the Bodhisattva had the wish to go forth and the process he met the King Bimbisara, right? So we already go through few of the verses, right? So I will continue from where I left last time. Okay, so we stop here, all right? So now for the learning, I will put the green color. Green color is the original Pali. So this is the verse number 4. It will be the Agama Raja Gaham Buddho Magadanam Giri Bacham Pindaya Abhiharesi Akina Wara Lakano. The Buddha went to the Rajagaha, the city Giribaja of the Magadha. Adorned with the excellent marks, he walked for alms. So you can see the verses number 4, which is a very short. The Pali also very short. So it needs to be explained. So this is I put in green color, and the special point I will put in a purple color. Okay, so last time we stopped here, so we continue with the Magadha. Because on the top it asks about talk about the Magadha and then the Giribaja. So now the commentary will start to explain here. So you find it start to explain when you have the T. T means the iti, all right? So for those if you remember, so we had the T means iti. So with the iti, you just show the T here. So Magadam plus iti is called Magadantik. So from here, it's trying to explain the Magadam as shown in the verse. So Magadanam Jana Padasa Nagaranti Udam Hoti. So of the Magadam. So you can see it's a noun here. So it's a genitive case. So of the Magadams. So who is the Magadams? It's a city, Nagaram. Nagaram is a city. Janapadasa. Okay. Janapadasa of the country, Magadans. So Wudan Hoti is not translated here. What Wudan Hoti you can translate as it is said, or in a way call it, this means, all right. So this is a city in the country of Magadam. So this is called Magadams. Now, next one, I explain the word Giribaja. So you can see the word just now, Magadanam Giribaja, the city of Giribaja of the Magadams. So now I'm trying to explain the next one, Giribaja. So where is the Giribaja? Giribajanti with the iti also. Idam pi tasa namam. Idam. So we translate this. This tasa namam. That name. That name is that name for the Rajagaha. Okay, we start from here, right? Which is called Giribaja, right? which is called. This is a verb here, which is called Wuchati, which is called Giribhaja. All right. So you can see here in Pali we had a quotation. Actually, the quotation never appeared in a original Pali. It's just that the compiler they make it with this one, so you all can see. But in the actual text, there will not be the kind of quotation here. So anyway, it's the meaning which is called, or you can put like this to Sam, which is called Giribhaja. Because, okay, because is you can use that tasma or to show it's because. It is situated, all right? Situated is translated this titam. Titam is a past participle, so it's situated. Now the English will be like this, like the Pali is via. Situated like, okay, and enclosure, so it's the wajah, all right, and enclosure in the middle, so it's a locative case here in the middle, so maje in the middle, and then of the 5 mountains. So you have the dative, you have the genitive plural. So Giri, Girinam, and Girinam is modified by the Panchanam, 5, okay, of the 5. So you can see here, and this 5 is mentioned here. So the whole Pali is very long. You got the Pandawa, which you can break, Gijakuta. So if you go to India, you can find this kind of place. Vebara, Isigiri, Wepula, right? Nama is the name, right? The name of these 5 mountains. So in the middle, here it will be here, in the middle of the mountain, 5, which is the name Nama. So this is the 1 name, 2nd name, 3rd name, 4th name, 5th name. So you can find this kind of name still in India. So it's still, so the translation is like this. So this is a name for Rajagaha, which is called Giribhaja. So the English actually, if you read in this way, the Pali will be, you have to read it in the opposite direction, Giribhaja, because it's situated like enclosure in the middle of the 5 mountains, Pandawa, Gijakuta, Vibhara, Isigiri, and Vepula. So this is try to explain this word, Giribhajam. Okay, so Giribhajam. So you can find the Giribhajam here, right, which is called Giribhaja. So in the commentary, it always gives the extra information. So if we just look at the original short poem, we only know what is Giribhaja, but we don't understand what is Giribhaja. So by looking at the commentary, so we can know the Giribhaja means Giri. Giri is a mountain, and Vaja. So Giri Vaja become, so you have the Giri here, Giri plus Vaja. So you combine it, it becomes Giri Vaja. Or you can combine it, become Giri Vaja. So if you change to VV Vaja, then the VV change to Giri Vaja. Okay, so this is the explanation of the name. Giri Vaja become Giri Vaja. Now, after he explained the Giri Vaja, now it's trying to explain the next sentence, Pindaya Abhiharesi. So you can see. So just now explain the Magadha, Giribhaja, and Pindaya Abhiharesi. So he walked Pindaya for arms round, okay, for arms Pinda. So this is the same. He walks for arm round. Pindaya Abhiharesi. Same with the iti, all right, iti. And then Bika Taya Taspin Nagare Chari. Okay, so Pindaya, you can see here, Pindaya, this word is Pindaya. So actually Pindaya has many meanings. And this Pindaya is very clearly explained with this Bika Ataya. So if we check the dictionary, right? Sometimes Pinda means a lump of food, right? So arms, right? sometimes accumulation, right? Sometimes it has other meaning. So that's why even one word like this, pinda, it has many meaning. That's why the commentary try to explain the actual meaning of this pinda means is for the bika. Bika means alms food. Bika ataya. So it's a few words here. So you have the bika plus atta. Atta is for the purpose or for the benefits. And then with the ayah. So bika atta ayah. So he chari. This is a past tense. He walk, or he travel, or he move. Charati chari in the city. So nagare, city, right? Tasmin. So in the city. So here, this is a demonstrative pronoun, like tasmin. So sometimes with the, we call it the demonstrative pronoun with the ta here. So it can be like a that or this, or sometimes we use the word like the, like now, the city. So the city means that city only. All right. So which city? Just now already mentioned the Magadha. So the another, just now we also come across this word Nagara, right? Nagara in Malaysia, like Nagara, Nagari is like country, but at that time is considered translated as a city. So he moved around in a city, or he traveled in a city, Chari. He walked in the city for the purpose of obtaining the alms food. So now, next sentence. So he, Kira. All right. This Kira is an interesting word. Kira sometimes has many meaning, all right. But here it translates as the one I highlight as a purple color means that there should be something interesting here. It is said, all right. It is said means that Kira. Kira means that it's sometimes heard from somebody, or sometimes the word Kira we can translate like it seems, or it is said. It's like means that you hear from somebody. It has different translation, different way we can translate it. Anyway, so it is said that he is this soul. Is the one I underline is a subject here. He stood. He stood at the city gateway and thought. Right. So there are two verbs here. So tatwa, first he stood. Nagara Dwara. Dwara is a door. Here is translated city gate, right? And Chindesi, right? So you can see, like you all learn about Jaren. So right, Jaren is first action, he stood, and followed by second action, Chindesi. He talked about it. So after he finished the two action, then what do he think? Then we follow by this in quotation. So he start from think about this sentence up to here. So this is what he think. So it finished by it finally finished with the iti, right? So you can see here iti means end of the statement. The iti here, like now, this iti means it try to explain the Magadha. So the function of iti is different here. So what does he trying to think? All right, start from sache, if, all right? So I will let you see the translation at the same time. Okay, sache, if, right? Aham is a subject. I, right? All right. So nivedeyam. If I to announce, right? So maybe you can make it. This is a interesting one. Okay. If I could announce my own arrival, atano is my to do with myself. Agama, gamana. The gachati is go. So with the agamanam, my arrival or my coming here. So direct translation, we can try it coming, all right? So my coming, my own coming or my arrival, and to here, all right? To the King Bimbisara. So here, this is not genitive, it's a dative here. So Ranyo Bimbisara Sa. So Ranyo is also dative and Bimbisara is also dative. So if I to announce my arrival to the King Bimbisara, saying, so there's one saying here. Okay, you can see there's a saying here. But actually in Pali, you cannot see the word saying, but it's understood from this is a statement here. Okay, what did he say? If this is statement follow with the inside the quotation, what does he say? Okay, Prince Siddhartha. So Siddhartha Nama Kumaro. Kumaro is a prince. Okay, Prince Siddhartha. Siddhartha Nama Kumaro. Or the name is called Siddhartha. Who is King Siddhartha? Putto, son. Okay, Sudodana, son of the King Sudodana, has come. So Agato. Okay, then finish. Okay. Then he would present. He referred to King Bimbisara. Okay, will present. So this is another verb here. Abhihareya. He will present me. So may with many requisites. Okay, bahumpi many. So pachayam is a requisites. So even the English we have the word with here, but it's the Pali is actually is a in acquisitive case. It's not in instrumental case. So there's a difference in how we translate between Pali and English. As long as it makes sense, the English word is free of mistake. Okay, so just now we highlight first is kira. So there are different ways we translate. It seems, it said. So another second word is this one, nivedeyam. All right. So nivedeya is if you look at translation, ni plus the root is a vid, right? And then with the positive a, and then aya, all right, aya. So the verb is a ni where they did makes known. So if you see, sometimes you see in a grammar, in a dictionary, it has an end dot here. So end dot, the meaning of end dot is strengthening the vowel in a root, all right? So that's why the ni, with, and then plus the aya, because of due to this a, due to the end dot, so this one become a, right? So that's the meaning of strengthening the vowel in a root, right? So this is a optative Atanapada, third person singular, right? So Abhihareya. This is another one, Abhihareya. So Harati is carry. So Abhiharati. So there's another bring or present. Okay, so this is something that we can learn from here. All right, like certain things, the one I highlight purple color is something that interesting or you should look at it. Okay, any questions so far? You know, I continue. Okay. Okay, so we go to next sentence. Okay. Now, next sentence also interesting. All right. Nako pana me tam pati rupam pabajitasa arochetwa pachaya gahanam handaham pindaya charamiti dewa datiyam pansukula chivaram parupitwa patika matika patam gahetwa pachina darena gagaram pavisitwa anugaram pindaya achari tenaha ayasma anando pindaya abhiharesi. Okay, so we look at this Pali, this sentence here, and then we have this patilupam. Patilupam is translated as a not suitable. Okay, so not, you can see the not is at the beginning, very beginning of the sentence. So sometimes when you see the not here, so sometimes you all might ask, you know, why the like verb here, and then the not is very far. Okay, not is at the beginning of the Pali sentence. So it's kind of like highlight or try to emphasize, okay? Emphasize the statement that it will not be suitable. So this means that it's like trying to emphasize this is not really suitable, not suitable at all. So that's why the na is very beginning. So the verb is actually patirupam here. But patirupam is kind of like taking as a verb, but it should be a noun here. It's not suitable for me, okay? Me is this Pali, me. Also for me, all right? As the one go forth, right? So this is another way of translate. So as the one go for Pabbajja sa. So I think it will take case in a dative or genitive here. Aluchetwa, right? So you have the first verb here, aluchetwa, to announce about his coming to the country of the Bindisala. And then after he announced it, and then he gahanam, right? So gahanam here is receive. And then pachaya is a requisite here. So you can see here, you have the verb arochetwa. And then the gahanam is a verb here, but it's make it as a noun. So pacha gahanam, then the handa aham. Okay, handa is kind of like emphasis here. Aham is I. Okay, so I charami. So let me instead walk for arms. Okay. So charami here, it can be a present tense or it can be a imperative, right? So tu untuk hitamima. So with the statement let me, maybe he as a wish or should be a wish for himself. Let me walk for arms. Okay. Thus, then followed by statement, he put on. So parupitwa, right? He put on the red robes. So this is the pansukula and chivara. Pansukula is kind of like very poor robes that gather from the like rubbish or something like that. Okay, so matika is a clay, pata is a bowl, and then gahetwa he took his clay bowl. So first he put on the robes, then he take the bowl, and then the pasivitwa. So he entered Nagaram city. Ena is true. So dwara is a pachina dwara. Dwara is a door here, but here you make it as a gate, right? Because the city have few gate here, so eastern gate. Okay. Then anugaram, house to house, from house to house. Pindaya is for arms. Achari. Just now you see the word chari. Achari. So he go for arm round. Okay. So this word is interesting. Anugaram. Right. So you know this one. So house is anu is sometimes if you check the prefix, there are many meaning like sequence or follow, and then so you have the gara. Gara is house. So that's why he say like follow one house to one house without the meaning is that means he go for arms now is not choosing, like some they choose, they go for big house or very rich house, they skip the poor house. But here the bodhisattva Siddhartha, he follow the sequence house to house without skipping any house. So that's the meaning of anugaram. Hence, so tena followed by this one, tena aha. Now you can see here, aha is a verb, but the verb is not at the end. So the word is together with the word tena aha. Tena aha is one of the very common combination we can see, tena plus aha. So Tena aha ayasma, Venerable Anando said. There's a Pali word said here, but the English word there's a said, but there's no in Pali. So it just followed by this iti. So this ti represent that Ananda say something. So Pindaya Abhiharesi. So this is the one you see in the poem. So Pindaya Abhiharesi. So just now the whole sentence I try to explain this verse, this part of the words. Okay, Pindaya Abhiharesi. Okay, so after that, followed by next one. So the next things to be explained is Akina Vara Lakano. So if we just look at the short statement like this, so it's very difficult to understand it. So by the commentary it will explain in detail, right? So first, what is Akina? So Akina is explained by this Akiritwa, right? And then what is Vara? All right, then explain Vara by this. There's a Vara here and there's a Vara here. So that's how the commentary explain detail. All right. So what is Akina Vara Lakano Ti Sarire? Sarire means the Sarila. You heard of this one, like the lyrics, the sometimes Sarila, the body. Like in the Chinese we call it 舍利子 coming from this word Sarila. So means that on the body. So on the body, via is as if, right? Via is translate as if or just like. Okay. So sarire on the body, just like. What is just like? Akilitwa is a verb here. Had been strewn, means had been spreading around on the body. Or there's a O here. Okay, where's the O? Follow va. So you can see here va at the end. So if you have the two things here, there's this is the first one, tapitwa vara lakano. Second thing, vipula vara lakano. So you can put a va here. So this is how we put in the Pali grammar. But if you want to put a va in between the two things, it's also okay, right? Or you can just keep it like now, all right? So you got the one noun and or one adjective, another adjective. So it's okay. Vara is just final one. So tapita. All right. So he had the tapita is like put on. Okay, put on. Vara is a excellent. Lakana is a marks. So vipula. All right. So vipula is another one. Vipula is translated here as vastly. All right. So vastly. So the first one tapita vara lakano. Here is the excellent mark. Then vipula vara. Vipula is a vast, excellent marks. So the Buddha will have the 32 marks and then some other small marks. So all these are the sign can see on the Buddha. Just like Vya, just like Akilitwa. So they have been strewn on his body, means that all over the body. So this try to explain this sentence, Akina Vara Lakano. Okay. And then after that, it comes to this sentence, the Vipula. So Vipula is not very clear. So the commentary explain again. So Vipulampi, right? So what is was Vipula? Vichati is also spoken. It's also spoken as Akina, as a strewn. So means that was here refer to like is a strewn over the place, over the body. Okay. Then followed by this yada. Yada means as. Aha. Aha, even though it's a third person, okay, third person, but it's always translated as it is said. Because here we don't know who said it, so we just translate it is said. But actually, aha is a third person here. So it is said, Akina ludo puriso. So puriso is a person. Ludo is a fierce. So Akina refer to vastly here. And Dati is a Dati Chelam, nursing cloth Wa. Wa here should be Iwa. It's because it's translated as like. Then Makito, badly soiled. Right. So then the explain the meaning, right? Meaning. Ato is meaning. So Vipula Walado and Vipula Ludo. So Vipula here is extremely. So it's just that the whole paragraph trying to explain this word Vipula. Okay. So this is how the Pali sentence, one word is explained by another word. Okay, that's how. So to read the commentary, I think we need lots of good vocabulary because there's a lot of new vocabulary that maybe you all haven't seen before. Okay, so far any question? Brother Carl or any other?
No questions, Saji.
Try to digest.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only just
Alright.
now the word, it's not the word aro chetwa, right? There is a gerund, but the translation they use to announce.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. Alright.
But
So
to announce
anyway,
sounds like
yeah.
infinitive.
Yeah. But this just the way they write in English, no? So anyway, just say that Arichetwa is the first action that he announced he's going forth. And second action that he takes the requisites. Right?
Yeah.
So you can say, as one going forth, announce and receive the requisite. You can translate like this. Okay? It's one action, announce it and receive it. But to make it proper, you put the word to. But it's not infinitive here. Okay? You can just delete like this also, no problem. Okay? Because it actually, if we are going to put the Pabbajja as a genitive, or it's not suitable for me. Okay? Okay, we keep it the for me because we want to keep it as a dative or genitive for me. So we just did one who going forth, or maybe put a who, one who going forth. So if you're going to translate this, announce it and request it, then it will follow the grammar properly. All right. So we can change it to make it easy. Okay. So or you can just follow whatever English word that more appropriate. So there is not really to say must follow strictly, but at least as long as the meaning is correct and then the grammar, English grammar also correct. Yeah. Okay. So just now we finished the verse number 4, and now we're going to next verse. Now it's quite interesting already. Okay. Verse number 5. Tam adasa bimbisaro. Pasada samin patito diswa lakana sampanam imam matam abasata. All right. So who is standing there? So you can see it start with the Bimbisala. In the first this verse got 4 parts. The first part will be Bimbisala, but the translation they put at the second part. But anyway, the meaning is still same. So here is patitito. It's a past participle. But here when he translate it, he translate as using the war. Okay. So that's the difference between the Pali grammar and then the English grammar. So while standing, so patitito in his palace. So this means that the King Bimbisara is standing on the upper level of the palace. Then he can see the Prince Siddhartha. So Padasa Samin. So Bimbisara caught sight. So Adasa. Tam. So maybe you can try it just very simple. Saw him, right? So adasa, so him. He is tam. So this one having seen him with the endowed. Endowed is a sampanam. Endowed is this sampanam. Lakana is the mark. Haven't seen him endowed with the marks. So it's also we can think about it. Bimbisara is standing on the top of the palace, and then the Prince Siddhartha, the ascetic, is from very far. But how can he see all the marks? Maybe see the way he walk or the way he behave, because he's quite far. It's difficult to say what kind of things that he really see. But maybe he can see the length of the body is very perfect, something like that. So he uttered, so abasata. Imam Atam, this statement. So this is Imam and then Atam, right? It's actually two, Imam and Atam. So you can see this Atta many times. Atta has many meanings. Sometimes here it translates statement. Sometimes we translate as benefits. Sometimes we can translate as cause. So when we see this word Atta, be careful. Don't stick to one translation because it always has many ways we can translate it. So after the words finish, and then the commentary start to follow. Explain from the first word, tam adasa. Tam adasa tik itik, right? Tato. Tato kira Purimani sata diwasani nagare. Nakatam gositam ahosi. Tam diwasam pana. Nakatam viti watam kamanta payojetabati berry chari. Right? So it starts to explain this one. Tato. Right? Over. Kira. Kira, we see this word before. Kira. It is said. Right? Kira is it is said. It is said that over Tato, the previous 7 days, okay, Purimani. Purimani is a Purima is previous. Ani here is a neuter plural. So Purimani Sata. Sata is 7. Diwasani is 7 days. So Purima is previous. Sata is 7. Diwasa is 7. Diwasa is a day. So 7 days. Previous 7 days. Nagare, in the city. Nakatam is a festival. Gositam is a, actually Gositam is, we translate should be proclaimed here, right? But it's translated as the festival had been held. Ahosi is a was, okay? Ahosi, I think maybe if you come across it. So from the word hoti, all right, hoti. The root is a, present tense is a hoti. The root is who or bu, yeah. Long U with the W, okay? So you can translate it as a was here. So the festival has been held. Anyway, the meaning of Nakatam is celebration of the festival proclaimed was, means that something, the festival is going on for more than 7 days, previous 7 days. Right? Then Tam Devasam. Now, Devasam is on that day. On that day, Tam Devasam. You can see here, this is Pura. Devasani, 7 days Pura. Devasam is a 1 day. Okay, so you can see the grammar already. Pana is like but. Pana has many meaning. Sometimes it can be, however, it's a conjunction here. Sometimes we cannot just fix it. We have to see the situation. So but on that day, so berry, all right? Berry is a drum. Okay. So the berry was stuck, chari, right? Chari here is translated as was stuck here. So the berry was start to announce, right? So here actually you cannot see the word announce there, but if with the iti, all right, iti is the bells has been struck to announce that Nakatam is the festival, Witiwatam is over. So Kamanta, right? Kamanda, work. Kaman is a kamanta, kama is work. Payo je taba. All right, so here is a taba here. All right, so we look at the grammar. Payo je taba, apply, engage, ought to be or should be. All right. Sometimes it's like not compulsory here, but the way he translates is compulsory. You must resume. You must engage in your work. Right. So there's the way he translates is different. All right. So you must resume. But actually taba should be passive one. You ought to be or should be. Anyway, is understood. All right. So there's a thing. So this means that when the Bimbisara saw him, because on that day the Bimbisara go to the upper of the palace, and then he was looking at the crowd of people. Then he saw the Prince Siddhartha, ascetic Siddhartha was standing there. Then he saw the sign or marks on the body, right? Then the story interesting. Okay, Atta. Atta also is an indeclarable, all right? So it has different meaning here. So Mahajano. Maha is a great or many. So Jano is man or human. So many human means a crowd. Raja. Raja is a royal. Okay. Angane, courtyard. So it's kind of like empty space where people gather in front of the royal courtyard. Sanipati. Sanipati is a past tense here. So present tense Sanipatati. So the people has assembled in a royal courtyard. So this is a locative case here. Raja, the king. Okay. The king peak. Peak here means you can see when the crowd assembly here, the king also, if you want to translate the word peak, you can translate the king also or the king too or something like that. How we translate is okay. All right. Or peak here maybe just emphasis. Okay, the king, then what he opened. So you can see here we have few action already. So the first action, Vivaritva. Second action, Adasa. Right? This is Jaren. So the king is open. So Vivaritva is open. He opened the window. Siga Pajara. So this is a window. And then followed by the word thinking. Actually, the word thinking you cannot see in a Pali. But you can just take it this iti, all right? Iti means to signify that the king was doing some consideration thinking. So the king thinking that Sanvida Hisami, I will assign Kamanta, I will assign work. All right. So the king will assign the work, like one go for planting, one going do some other things. So first one, he opened the window. So you can say Vivaritwa. He opened the window. And then so now you have another Pasanto. This is a present participle. So he translates as war. Okay. Pasanto si. Okay. While he was looking out upon his troops, Bala. Bala is a kind of like power. So Kaya is like a group of power, a group of a strong force. So means it's a troops here. So while he was looking upon his strong troops, he coached. So you have another past tense, Adasa. Adasa is coach or just simply we use the word he saw. Okay. He saw. Who does he saw? Mahasatam. Great being. And this great being, which is the object here in acquisitive case, and is also with the adjective abhiharetam. So you can see the tam and parisatam, all these are acquisitive case. So abhiharatam tam pindaya. So he was going out for the alms, working for the alms. So in this kind of sentence, So you can see, even though it looked at first very confusing, so you can see here, itik, this is not in the verb. This is just the thoughts of the king. So we don't consider this as one of the verb, right? So the verb start from the vivaritwa. So this one verb here, and then the pasanto, this another verb here, but this is a present tense, present continuous tense, and then adasa. So this kind of sentence is very common. So this means that in this kind of sentence, what you have is you have a gerund, you have the gerund is a vivaritwa, you have the present participle, which is the pasanto, and then you have the past tense, which is the adasa, right? So this kind of sentence, when we translate, we have to be careful because of many different things together. And then you also got another one inside his thinking, so with the future tense. Some vida hisami, all right? So you have the long A here. I just copy my hand, okay? So this is a very common in a commentary, right? So you can see, so we, okay? So vida hisami. Like this, so we had the gerund, present participle, past tense, and future. So you got 4 things, 4 type of verbs in one sentence, which is a very normal. Okay, so the translation. A crowd had assembled in the royal courtyard, and the king too also opened the window panel, thinking, I will assign work. While he was looking out upon his troops, he caught sight of the great beings walking for arms. So tena aha. So you can see another one. Tena and aha also. Tena is a hence. So tena has many meaning, hence or therefore, or anyway, it's just a kind of conjunction here. So therefore or hence, aha. So instead of aha putting at the end, so aha put here. Tena aha ayasma anando. So what did he say? Aha is say. So this is coming from the verses just now. So ta'adasa bimbisaro padasamin patitito. Right. So ima tam abasata. Right. So imam, this ata is a statement. Ima ata abasata. He uttered. So, and it has the iti. So you can see this sentence, imam ata abasata. This sentence is explained by imam, and you already divide imam and atam. So imam atam is divided to imam atam. Okay. And the abasata is explained by the word abasi. All right. So because sometimes when we see the ta, we thought it's a second person. All right, but here actually is a third person, maybe the atanopada. So that's why sometimes in the commentary it explained word by word. Imam Atam is explained by Imam Atam. So Abasata is explained by this Abasi. And Abasi to who? He uttered this to the ministers. Dative case. Amachanam. Dative case. All right, so we finish this sentence. Okay, there are sentence number 3 here, 6 here. Words number 6. Okay, so verse number 6. Imam Bonto Nisa Meta Abirupo Brahma Suchi Charanena Cha Sampano Yuga Matan Cha Pekati. Sirs, Bonto, look Nisa Meta at him, Imam, handsome, Abhirupo, stately Brahma, Suchi pure, endowed Sampano, with Ena, good conduct Charana. He looks Pekati, a mere Mata, Yoga. Yoga is a yoga. All right. This means that his eyes are cast down, like mindfulness. He's not looking around at people, at the crowd. So for his behavior, he looked very noble. So this is the verse and to be explained. Okay, so Imam Boto. So this now the commentary try to explain this Imam Boto by this whole sentence start from here. Okay, so this is the explanation. Idani. Now. All right. So Idani now showing Dasento. Okay, Dasento and the enta. Enta is a present participle. Showing. So Atha. Now Atha here translate as purpose. The purpose in speaking, Basitam. Basitam is a speaking. To. Okay. So this is a dative case. Tesam. To those. Amachanam. Amachana is a ministers. Okay. He said, okay, sirs, Bonto. Bonto is a vocative plural. Imam. Imam, look at him. All right, look at him. So he actually the King Bibasa was standing there. He point at the he want his minister around him to look at the Bodhisattva, the ascetic Siddhartha. Tata. Tata is there. Sometimes we translate using the word daring. You know, daring. That means that in that poem or in the verses number 6 there. So now he translates here, but actually the meaning is there, daring. Daring, imam, all right? Imam. What is this imam? So this is the one he tried to explain this imam. Imam tik, imam itik. So Raja. So Raja is the king, right? The king, Bodhisattam, all right? The minister, the Bodhisattva, Daseti. Daseti point out. He point out to the Bodhisattva and Bontoti. He addressed the Amache. Amache is a minister. He addressed the minister. How he address it? He addressed with the word this sirs. Okay. So he addressed the minister sirs. So Bonto Amache Lapati and Daseti Bodhisattam point out to them. So this means trying to call their attention. All right. So you can see this is explaining the word Imam Bonto. Now after that, the commentary will explain the second one, Nisa Metta. Nisa Metta is explained by Pasata. Then Aburopi is Abirupo is explained by this here. Then Suchi, Brahma. What is Brahma? Suchi and Suchi, all right? Then Charana, explained by the word Charana. So here is a words by word explanation. So this kind of thing is very short here. Nisa Metta is a Pasata. Pasata means you see. But the problem is this Nisa Metik, we break down to Ni and Sam and A and Tik. So there are different translation, different meaning, like listen to, observe, attend. So there are different meanings here. That's why the commentary purposely explain the Nisa Metta means look at the Bodhisattva, not listen or not other things, just look at it, right? And then this Abhirupo. Abhirupo, okay, so Dasana. Right. So Abhirupo is a handsome. Rupa is the Rupa is form. So the form is abid, means a very beautiful form. So means handsome. So dasaneya. Dasaneya with the word anga. So it's a few words here. Dasana plus anga. Sorry. And then pachanga. Right? So here. So you have two words. Anga and then the pachanga. Right? I put here not anga and pachanga. Anga is parts. Then pacha anga also parts. So you have a one part here, anga, and then pacha anga. So when two things together, you can put like one is called major parts, or minor parts. What is a major parts? Major parts like our two legs, two hands, it's called major one. Minor will be very small parts. So major and minor limbs. So that's the translation of anga pachanga. And then dasaniya. Okay. You know the word dasa. Dasa is a to look. Okay, see. So with the word niya. Niya is aya. Niya is coming from the word aya also. Or maybe aniya, all right? Aniya means so should be or ought to be. Ought to be look, all right? Ought to be look means that it's beautiful, all right? So dasaniya means something that beautiful sight that you should look. This means that the bodhisattva having the anga, pachanga, beautiful major and minor limbs. So after that, you have the word. Okay, copy down there. So Brahma. So Brahma normally is like Brahma God here, but here it just translate word stately, means a noble looking. So tall, Aroha is tall. Parinaha is a boat here. Sampano we can try like endow, okay, endow or with the tall and broad look. Suci also like Malay word. Suci means pure. So Parisuddha means pure also. Chavi is kind of like skin here. Chavi is kind of like skin or look. Wano is a complexion. Okay, pure complexion means that the body is have a good complexion. So charanena. So endowed with a good conduct. So charana is a behavior conduct. So what is a charanena? The charana is a going or conduct is explained by gamanena. Gamanena with the word gachati. Gachati like gama. Gama means going. Deportment means how he walk. Moving around. Okay. So this gamana from the word gum. The root is gum. You know the gum go to gachati. Okay. Gachati means that move or so this means that deportment means that how he behave, the moving around. Okay. So this explain the word, this sentence. Okay. Imam, look at him. Bonto. Sirs. Nisa meta. The nisa meta just explained by word see. So abirupo, handsome, good looking. Brahma, stately. Suchi, pure. Charana, good conduct. Endowed, sampano. Yuga mata. What is yuga mata? So explain here. It's not explained with the word yuga mata. All right. So there's no explanation. Mata is merely. All right. Mere means that just yoke ahead. Yoke ahead is kind of like not so far. Just look down. The eyes cast down. So yuga mata pekati. Pekati is a looks. So pekati has another meaning. I think. Pekati. Sees or look. Yeah. Pa is. Yeah. Okay. Behold. So another meaning of pekati is a expectation or beholds. Right. Sometimes the word that I always see is the word expectation. Right. Okay. So instead of expectation, the translate is a looks. That's correct. Okay, so that's how we learn about the commentary. And from the commentary, actually, we pick out lots of vocabulary. You will learn a lot of things, and you see the way they translate. And here, you like just now we say, I go back to just now. So you can see there are many different type of sentences, different patterns, and also different verbs applied. And there's a when you look at the commentary, it's very interesting also. And the best way is learning the Pali. You learn the Pali, you learn together with the translation of those aspects like Bhikkhu Bodhi. So in this way, your learning process is shortened, you know. So if not, if I ask you have to check the vocabulary one by one, first it's very tiring, and after that it's not fun, you know. Like this, it's like this soap puzzle. You see the Pali and you try to match with the English word. So in this way, you pick up very fast. Okay, any questions? So most of the student is the one that joined my Pali class. Yeah.
Saji,
Yes.
the word handsome, stately, pure, can it be considered as the one when you mention excellent marks?
Yeah. It's one of the characteristics of the Buddha. Yes, sure.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. The like they say the Buddha body is like something like a round shape, you know. Yeah. And then the Buddha's hand can touch very long up to can touch the knee, you know. And then the face is like I don't know how they say. It's like you divide the face, the left side of the face and right side the face is exactly same. There are 40 how many?
32.
32 and how many? 108 or something like that. Yeah. So you can find this in we call it the long name discourse, the Dika Nikaya. So there's one sutta is explained very in detail the body parts of the Buddha. So it's very interesting to read. But some we really don't understand because it's like beyond our imagination. But why is the Buddha having such a good form is because of his parami. Okay, and it's also necessary for the Buddha to have a good look and good voice, because if he does not have the good look, does not have the good voice, who want to go and listen to him, right? Actually, some of the people just go and see the Buddha is because Buddha is good looking. Buddha was good looking, so he just want to sit in front of the in front of the audience just to look at the Buddha. There are a few monks and also some of the devotees, they used to listen to Buddha because they just admire the Buddha. But slowly, when their parami become matured, so later, when the Buddha preach Dhamma talk to them, they'll be able to appreciate it and get enlightenment. All right. But the first step is it's necessary for the Buddha to be handsome, you know. Yeah. So that's why nowadays people are talking about the next future Buddha, Milia 4. The look, he's a very big belly, round, very short, ugly looking, but very humorless, you know. So I was thinking, how can the Buddha or Bodhisattva, you know, because with the Bodhisattva or Buddha with so much perfection, even like when him was as a Bodhisattva, he's supposed to have a very good look also. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Sally Kema, anything to ask? Can you follow?
No, it's okay. I can follow. Not, I follow. Yeah, I listen to you mostly.
Okay. All right. Any other student, anything you want to ask? I think 1 hour is enough. Okay. Anyway, Saturday. Yes. Hello. Yes.
I was gonna say, Saji, in Thailand, they show the future Buddha like the soldier with the crown and the
soldier
and the you know, I mean, like with armor on his shoulders and like the crown, like not like the round fatty.
Oh yeah.
Image.
All right. Yeah. Okay. A different representation of the Buddha. Yeah. Maybe the one they have, the one in Mahayana is the laughing Buddha. You know, the big pot belly. Yeah. Okay, but actually now, according to the Theravada text, the future Buddha is waiting at the where is it? Tushita heaven. So that's why some people prefer not to attain enlightenment because they want to meet the future Buddha. So that's why they acquire the parami just to go to Tushita heaven to see the Buddha. Okay. Sometimes I also got this thought now, because when I read so many suttas, I was thinking, oh, I really want to see how the Buddha looked like. Instead of just reading all the ancient texts and try to imagine myself. So if I really got opportunity to see Buddha, I really want to see him. Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can.
Yeah, I hope I can also. Okay. Anyway, that's my perfection of teaching the Pali. Hopefully one day I'll be able to see the Buddha
Yeah.
and listen Pali from him. All right. Anyway, thanks for joining me, Aloka and Kema. Okay.
Thank
All right.
you, Sanchi.
We still have another class on Saturday, 4:30. You all try to join. Okay.
Yeah, I will.